What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in the FIFA 17 career mode. This is episode number 4, and we start today's episode off by seeing that Jack Grealish is not going to come to Middlesbrough after Aston Villa rejected our bid we put in the last episode. That's totally fine with me. He was just one of many options I had for the left wing role, and I'm not going to put in a secondary bid. He can stay at Villa Park. But as we come into the first game of today's episode here, we take on West Bromwich Albion away at the Hawthorns back in the Premier League. Coming on the back of the 2-0 victory over AFC Wimbledon in the EFL Cup in the last game, in the last episode. And also, as this is Saturday morning for you guys, I'm going to offer you the chance of having a double episode upload day today. So if you can get this video to 2,000 likes, I will upload episode number 5 later on tonight after all the football. So there is your challenge for another episode of career mode later on tonight. Get this video to 2,000 likes. I'm sure you guys can do that, and I will upload the 5th episode of the series later on this evening. But still, for the first game of today's episode then, we will travel to the Hawthorns to take on West Bromwich Albion. Of course, our last league game was a 0-0 draw away at Sunderland, so hopeful of keeping the unbeaten start to the season alive here in all competitions, and hoping to bounce back and get a win in this game as well, as we won on the opening day against Stoke City. There were a couple of chances in the first half, first Valdez making the save and then Negredo firing that shot into the side netting. We'd had all of the ball in the first half, but I struggled to create too many clear-cut chances other than that one for our Spanish striker I should say, but there was a good chance for West Brom to take the lead here 65 minutes in. Claudio Yaco was played forward here 20 minutes after the restart, but the South American could not hit the target and fired the ball wide of the post. And then we had a good chance here a few minutes after that. Berahino winning the ball back here and giving it to Jordan Rhodes. He found Stuart Downing, but it was a really smart stop by Ben Foster though, as he turned the shot over the bar. So still 0-0. The final chance of the game fell with 5 minutes to go. Matt Phillips sprinted into the area and we failed to deal with the cross fully. James Morrison found Nyom at the far post here, but the former Watford right back couldn't keep his shot down and blazed it way over the bar. And that was how the game would finish as well. Final score at the Hawthorns, West Bromwich Albion 0, Middlesbrough 0. The unbeaten start to the season does continue, but it's back-to-back goalless draws in the Premier League. And to be honest, I mean, again, I'm being positive, I'm being optimistic. You know, 3 games where we haven't lost. You know, it's our first season in the Premier League with Middlesbrough. It's not too bad, and again, back-to-back clean sheets, not bad whatsoever. But the worry for me is this: creating chances but not finishing. In this game, we had 7 shots, but I think it was only 2 hit the target, and that's very, very frustrating indeed, because of course Alvaro Negredo is an 80 overall striker. He scored our first goal of the series in pre-season, but I'm just not keeping my composure in front of goal, and that definitely needs to change as well, because if we are to hit our objectives this season, if I am to possibly get Borough into a Europa League place, which is what I want to do with Middlesbrough, then we need to score goals. Simple as that. We need to score goals, and if we're not scoring, we're not going to be winning games. But still, following the game, it was time for transfer deadline day, and as you can see, we would complete the signing of this 20-year-old Japanese attacking midfielder. Daichi Kamada has signed for £1.4 million, which is his valuation. 67 overall, only 20 years old, and I think he looks like a decent player for the future. Obviously, Gaston Ramirez right now is our out-and-out attacking midfielder. Downing, of course, does have that in his positions as well, but I prefer him on the left side. So hopefully Kamada will be a decent understudy for the Uruguayan and prove to be a pretty smart signing for just £1.4 million. So we'll keep an eye on him, as his development will be hopefully evident throughout the series, and we should try and nurture his talent and turn him into a very effective squad player. But still, following that as well, we still have quite a bit of money left over, around £12 million in total. I put in a loan offer for Matt Target. Now, this is going to be kind of funny for you guys to watch my transfer targets video, because I said I wasn't going to go in for fullbacks in the first transfer window with Middlesbrough. I said I'm fine with the fullbacks we have right now. We don't need any more, and it's true, we still don't need any more fullbacks here with Middlesbrough, but I wouldn't mind getting hold of Target. He's 67 overall, 20 years old, but I'm sure he'll have some decent potential. He's a very talented young English fullback, and I think he'd be a smart signing. Southampton rejected our initial bid, which was a loan to buy offer, so I decided to go with a straight transfer bid of £1.5 million, £300,000 over his valuation, and Southampton said yes. We offer him a contract, we shall wait and see what he says. I tried to reduce his wage. Right now he's on 20 grand a week. I want him to take a pay cut and go down to 15 grand a week, but I said this before, since FIFA 15, getting players to take pay cuts, at least in my experience, simply doesn't happen. You either give them exactly what they want or more, or they won't accept a contract. So he wanted 20 grand a week, so I said, okay Matt, fair enough, we'll give you 20 grand grand a week, like you're getting paid at St Mary's, and he says, yep, that's totally fine with me, I'll come to the Riverside Stadium. So Matt Targett is going to join us here at Middlesbrough and become our final signing as well in the first transfer window. So our 6th and final signing, and it is indeed a left back who, again, we don't need because we've got Fabio, we've got George Friend, and of course we also have James Husband as well as a third choice. But I had Husband on the transfer list for the past couple of weeks now. I've been trying to sell him, no bids have been coming in, and I feel as though if Fabio ever goes out of form, this guy as a youngster coming through, only 20 years old, wouldn't be a bad replacement for him if I didn't trust George Friend. So yeah, Targett comes in. Again, we didn't really need him, but as you guys know, I'm prioritising youth, and as I always do really, I try and build the side up gradually, bring in some good young talent, primarily from the same country as where we're managing a club in, and that's why Targett was a target for me. That was a really bad pun, but anyway, we go ahead and sign Matt Targett. Transfer deadline day does end, and as you can see the article here, Middlesbrough investing in youth, and they reference Adama, Kamada, and Tammy Abraham as well. So I will be giving youth a chance, as the article suggests. That's what I like to do. Instead of signing like one big name to try and really, make the side far better with just one really out-and-out fantastic player, I try and nurture and build the side up gradually as the years go by. I just prefer doing that really, and the same is going to happen in this career mode as well. So it's all about young talent with Middlesbrough, and that's exactly what we've done. So we spent about £25 million in the first transfer window, brought in 6 new players, and again, I'm really excited for all of them. I think they can all be really decent signings and really beneficial to this Middlesbrough side. So they all come in, and hopefully they'll make their mark, and you see some players already developing and getting increases in their stats and also in the overalls as well. Targett just signed for us, and he's already gone up 1 rating. That's fantastic to see. And yeah, I'm encouraged by the start we've had with Middlesbrough as well. Despite the back-to-back goalless draws in the league, I think we've had a really decent start to the season. 3 games unbeaten in the Premier League, and also advances to the next round of the EFL Cup. 3 clean sheets in a row in all competitions. It's been a good start. You know, it's been a good start. I'm looking at the positives, and it's been a very decent beginning as you take a look at the squad report right there. So as you can see the league table, as you can see right now, 6th place, again, 3 games in, 1 win, 2 draws, and 0 defeats. Only 2 goals conceded, and 5 points accumulated. So of course, it's a long way to go in the season, I know that for sure. Finishing in 6th place would be magical, and of course, I did ask you guys where you think I'd finish with Middlesbrough come the end of the season. Some of you guys said top in the top 4. I'd love that, but I think it is unrealistic in the first season. But a Europa League place, I think, is definitely possible with this Middlesbrough side. I like what we've got. It's a decent team, and if we can sort out our problems in front of goal, I'm sure we'll have a good chance of getting into one of those positions, 5th, 6th, or 7th place, although of course it will be a very tough ask. But still, for the second game of today's episode here, out of the transfer deadline day, now of course stuck with this side until January at the very earliest, we will take on Crystal Palace, and Alan Pardew's side have made a very good start to the season in the game as well. Right now, 3 wins from 3, 100%, and sit in 2nd place. As we welcome them to the Riverside Stadium, of course, we're also undefeated ourselves. One thing that I did forget to mention in the West Brom game, which you'll see in this Crystal Palace game as well, is that I've turned on the player names above the heads on the screen. If you'd like me to turn it off, please let me know in the comment section down below. I turned it on because of my Journey series, which I've now uploaded 2 episodes to, and there's a playlist in the on my channel if you'd like to watch that series as well. But I've turned it on because of the Journey series. You can see the players and who they are and identify them a little bit easier. But if you'd like me to turn it off in this series as well, I'm willing to do that. I thought I'd keep it on just in case you would like to see it instead. But if you'd like to turn off the player names above the heads, do let me know in the comment section down below. But still, coming to this game then, the first chance fell to us with a downward strike being well saved by Mandanda, and then the 19th minute there, a quick little free kick, a really smart move from Adama there, was played forward our winger, but unfortunately I could not hit the target. But sadly for us, we would concede 31 minutes in. A nice little layoff from Benteke gave the ball to Jason Puncheon, and the number 42 for Palace rifled the ball in as the away side would take the lead in this game, and our 3-game clean sheet streak would now end here at the Riverside Stadium. But it was so frustrating as well because I tried to release the ball with Will Hughes, and I was thinking to myself, it's deja vu because I couldn't do it quickly enough. I surrendered possession, and the opposition scored directly after that. That happened in the first game against Stoke, and it happens in this game as well. In the 45th minute, Victor Valdez bailed me out there, denying Christian Benteke and stopping the former Liverpool and Aston Villa striker from doubling Palace's advantage, and it was still 1-0 at the break. But in the second half here, a great chance for us to get back in the game. Just a couple minutes after the restart, Will Hughes wins the ball back and gives it through towards Gaston Ramirez, but I completely messed up the finish and fired the ball way wide of the post. So a bad miss there with the Uruguayan, poor from me, and it was still 1-0. A couple minutes later, another great chance for Palace to once again score and make it 2-0. A really good strike on goal well there, and Victor Valdez once again had to bail me out with a very smart save. So still 1-0, but just past the hour mark here, Stuart Downing picks up the ball and comes from left to right, spots the run of Adama, who gets in behind the fullback Soiree. He gets picked out by Stuart Downing, and Adama rifles the ball in and puts Middlesbrough back on level terms. And of course that happened in the first half as well. Adama spotted the fullback Soiree sleeping, taking a nap on the pitch, gets in behind him, has to run on the fullback as he's not concentrating, and once Adama gets away from the fullback, our Spanish winger has so much pace, he's so blistering quick, no one is going to catch up, and Suarez not a slow fullback at all, but he's got no chance for that. So it's just what happened in the first half, really. A sensational through ball by Downing there, but Adama spotting the fullback sleeping, taking a nap, getting in behind him, and again, once he gets away, he's not going to get caught. So a great finish by Adama, possibly Mandanda could have been done better at his near post, but he found the back of the net, that's all I care about, and it's Middlesbrough 1, Crystal Palace 1. Mandanda then made a really good save there, and it was still 1-1 as Negredo was denied, and in the 74th minute here, Negredo and Berahino off the bench linked up, but Berahino was once again denied by another sensational stop by the former Marseille goalkeeper, and it was still 1-1. With 9 minutes to go though, how about this, as Darun finds Clayton off the bench here, we go on the break, Berahino finds Adama, who sprints down the right hand side, and once again, Suarez can't keep up with our winger. Adama keeps on going, eventually takes it round Suarez, who does recover, crosses the ball in, and with 7.5 minutes to go, Darun pops up in the area, gets his third goal of the season, and makes it Middlesbrough 2, Crystal Palace 1, as we come from behind in this second half to get ourselves in front for the first time. Adama throughout this game was causing Suarez so many problems. A brilliant run by him, a great little turn, crossing the ball in, and Darun started the build up in that goal and ran the whole length of the pitch to get in the area and get his third of the season. I said it against Stoke, but this guy is not a defensive midfielder, clearly. He's a box-to-box midfielder in my team, but unfortunately for us, we thought we'd won the game, but just a few minutes after celebrating like we'd won the game, Palace would get themselves back on level terms through Ozyakup, a lovely back heel, and a great cross by Suarez, who picks out the man at the far post, Ozyakup, who equalises for Crystal Palace and ensures their unbeaten start to the season will continue. So Middlesbrough 2, Crystal Palace 2, and deep into stoppage time as the game was still level. How about this? Suarez once again floated in across to the far post, and at the far post, Stuart Downing was out-jumped by Loic Remy on loan from Chelsea, and the French striker puts Crystal Palace in front for the second time in the game and wins the game for Alan Pardew's men. And I was absolutely gutted as well, because we scored the goal with Darun with just a few minutes to go, and when I thought that would be the winner, I was thinking, yes, getting we're back to winning ways, absolutely fantastic. But to concede 2 later goals after that one from Darun to end up losing this game, and this being our first loss of the season, I was absolutely gutted. But for Suarez, talk about redemption. He was getting terrorised by Adama all game long in the left back row and thought, do you know what, final few minutes, I'll just get forward and see if I can contribute to my side, come back, and he got both assists for those late goals. So Palace would win the game by 3-2. It's so typical that a manager will come out after the game when they've lost and say, we deserve something from the game, but I'm going to do it in this one. We definitely deserve something from this game. I thought we played really, really well. 12 shots and 10 on target. The French goalkeeper Mandanda played really, really well though. Some fantastic saves to ensure that his Palace side would claim all 3 points as they came from behind in the final few minutes to score 2 late goals and maintain their 100% start to the season. So it's been a dream start for Alan Pardew. It was a good start for us, but unfortunately we now taste defeat for the first time this season thanks to Loic Remy's last minute winner. But that will end today's episode in the FIFA 17 career mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Don't forget that 2,000 likes on this video will ensure that I'll upload another episode of career mode later on tonight. So let's get it done. 2,000 likes for a double episode upload day, and hopefully I'll see you for the next episode in my FIFA 17 career mode later on tonight.